Hello again and welcome back. Today I am checking out NF's new EP, Fear. I've always been a fan of NF and I've really enjoyed everything that he's been putting out. He's not always in my rotation, but every time he comes out with a new project, a new album, a new EP or anything like that, I'm always checking it out, always giving it a listen, and I always find myself really enjoying his music and his messages and everything that he just does and stands for and represents. And I really think he has a really good way of connecting with a lot of people, and to do so, you know, without swearing at all, and being, you know, a family-friendly like music that he puts out and can just really connect with everybody, I think is really special and I think is really cool. It seems like anytime he puts something out, I'm reminded of how big this man actually is. I mean, he just released this EP within a couple days ago, I think he released it, and he's already cracking millions of views on each of his videos, and just see the attention that he gets is pretty insane. Wanted to give him a listen, wanted to check it out and do a reaction of his EP on this channel. Little disclaimer, I'm not so familiar with NF and like the lore and the symbolism that he puts in his music, especially in his videos. I haven't watched a ton of his music videos, so please bear with me if I don't catch on to a lot of the symbolisms or what things represent or what this means or what that means and how this character is this. And there's a lot of nuance and there's a lot of detail that goes into his music, into his art, that I'm just not gonna catch, so I'm just gonna put that out there. But please educate me in the comments. Let me know what you think, what this thing means and what this represents and this and that. I've been seeing snippets here and there, and I'm just kind of in the dark on a lot of this, but I do thoroughly enjoy his music, and I'm really on board with a lot of what he represents, and it's cool to see an artist like this gain the attention and the attraction that he is getting and has gotten over the years. I mean, he seems to kind of go ghost for a while and then come out of nowhere, come out of hiding, crawl out of the woodwork with some new stuff. And it's always cool to see, and I'm always looking forward to checking it out and seeing what he can do. Anyway, without further ado, we are gonna dive right into the Fear EP, starting off with the first single, Fear. Let's have at it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hello. Knocking at my door again, begging me to come outside, let you back into my life. Now, usually I'd be strong enough to lock the doors and keep them shut, but not today, I'm desperate. So go ahead and come on in. So go ahead and come on in. So go ahead and come on in. OCD is worse than ever, hands are bleeding, maybe I should take the pills down. Know what's going on with me, some days I actually think I might be schizo. Frantic, probably not, but even writing this is making me begin to spiral, oh God. Made a promise to myself I wouldn't let the fear back in, but then I did though. Told the world that I was sick of running, then went back to running, what a joke. Disappointing, yeah, me too, I thought I finally made a breakthrough, guess not.
Amen.
It's the same song and dance, you all seen it before. Darkness holds out its hand, then we walk to the floor. Every decision made isn't mine anymore. Like a puppet with strings, I just don't have a choice. What's the truth, what's a lie? Help me God, help me Lord. Face your fears, dry your eyes, grandma died. What's the point? Lost the keys, lost my hope, lost my will, lost my joy, lost a friend, lost my hope, lost my faith, lost my voice. Standing back, watching my mansion burn to ash while I hold the gas can, asking God if he started this fire. Is this what you wanted? Is this what
Saw something with that shadow, but it went by too quick.
Make all my hopes and my dreams come to life just to lay them to rest. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Give me a false sense of peace just to show me what peace really is.
Jeez.
Is this what you wanted? On the verge, on the edge. Is this what you wanted? Petrified, scared to death. Is this what you wanted? Praying to God, desperate. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Hanging on by a thread. Is this what you wanted? Empty heart, nothing left. Is this what you wanted? Breaking down, spiraling. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? My head is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Yes, is this what you wanted? Is this what you feel? Started. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted?
Very excited to see what the remainder of this EP has in store for us. I really enjoyed that. I love, honestly, the music video itself, the cinematography in it, the choreography, the visuals, the moodiness, the darkness, man, that was very well done through and through. And I always like when NF gets a little more singing in his songs. I think he's got a great voice, and it's really come a long way since his first projects, his first albums. You know, the first things I've heard him from. He's really come a long way, and it's cool to see the vision kind of come to life, and I love it. I think I'm really gonna enjoy this. I'm excited to see what else we got. I have heard that this is one that really is hitting with a lot of people, so I'm curious to see why it's hitting so hard, and see if something happens. All right, let's go.
Crying alone on the ride home, driving, just got to text you, died. This doesn't feel real to me.
Oh boy.
Trying, keep my mind off it, but I can't think about anything else. It's killing me slowly. What's life without you? I don't wanna know. Goodbye, I'm not ready to say so. Oh, just act like you're here, call your phone. Oh, leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later. It's fine, no need to rush, it's alright. I'll stop by tomorrow to say hi. We could play cards until midnight. This ain't the end, you're not gone. You just found a new place to call. comes and goes, hits and waves. One day I'll be okay, then the next I'm a mess. Walking down memory lane, reminiscing. Feels like it was just yesterday we were kids, running round in your yard, out on M61. All the memories we made in that house growing up. God, I miss it, would give anything just to be there again. What's life without you? I don't wanna know. Yeah. Goodbye, I'm not ready to say so. I'll just act like you're here, call your phone. Oh, leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later, it's fine. No need to rush, it's alright. I'll stop by tomorrow to say hi. We could play cards until midnight. This ain't the end, you're not gone. You just found a new place to go. Just found a new place to go. I'll just act like you're here, call your phone. Oh, leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later, it's fine. No need to rush, it's alright.
Oh, you suck. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was not. Don't look. Oh. Listen, men, it's okay to cry. Do it if you need to. I was not expecting to feel that. The whole time I was listening to it, all I could think about were all of my grandparents. He said in the last song something about grandma died. So I'm taking it that's who he's writing about in this song. And if so, I mean, that's who I thought of the entire time I was listening to this. The last couple of years have been pretty hard, dealing with loss, dealing with grief. I've lost all 4 of my grandparents in the span of a year and a half, 2 years, which, you know, they're grandparents. Life happens. It's the cycle, but it doesn't make it any easier. You know, we all grew up so close. You know, he talks about reminiscing and going back to when you were kids. And man, I always loved going over to Grandma and Grandpa's. It was the most exciting thing in the world. We loved them so much. I'm gonna try not to cry again, but I can't promise you anything. It was the best, man, and I love them so much, and I know how much they loved us and wanted to be around us and how much they enjoyed all of us. And I can't thank them enough for all of their love and the memories and all of it. You know, I can remember wanting to go over to Grandma and Grandpa's, and we would just... My favorite thing to do with them was, you know, watch movies. I was like, Grandma, let's watch Littlefoot. And she would just have the biggest smile on her face, and she had all of the VHS tapes. And I swear we would sit and watch every single one of them while doing Disney puzzle pieces together. Puzzles and movies and lots of ice cream. I remember so much from her. And, you know, when he was saying something like coming to visit or say hi, and right before my grandfather passed, he was in and out of a nursing home. You know, he had a lot of heart problems, things like that, but man, he was strong as an ox, and just he had the will 1,000 men to just keep going. And it's amazing to me that he lived as long as he did, given the problems that he faced. And I think he did that strictly for us, for his kids, his grandkids. He loved his family so much. But anyway, towards the end of his life, you know, I kept saying to my wife, like, I want to go see him. I had this feeling, not that I didn't think he was going to pass, but just this feeling that I should go see him. I don't know if that's from God. I don't know if that's a gut feeling. Personally, to me, I think that's God talking. I had a feeling to just go and see him, and so we did. And this was December 31st. But he was doing good. He was watching whatever sports was on, or a rerun of 30 for 30 ESPN. He was huge into sports. He loved all of it. If there was a game on, didn't matter who it was or what conference or what sport, he was watching it. But yeah, he had his TV on and we were just sitting chatting. We must have talked for about an hour. You know, I said, I love you. I'll see you soon. That night, it was New Year's Eve, and I went to bed early. I don't even think I stayed up for the ball drop. Go to sleep, and I get a phone call at 1:30 in the morning from my mom saying Grandpa passed. And I'll never forget that feeling, that sinking feeling of just, I know you're joking, but she wasn't. Anyway, I'm getting a little too sappy for this, but anyway, it's insane to feel such an emotion from a song. But that's what I love about music, man. I love the way it can draw an emotion out of anybody, no matter what they're going through, what they've been through. And, you know, it's cool seeing us be able to connect. I think music is the ultimate connection, you know, between us as human beings, no matter where you come from, no matter how you're raised, no matter your ethnicity, your race, your religion, your sex, doesn't matter. I feel like that is the one major thing in my experience that really can draw people together and have a sense of inclusivity, a sense of belonging, a sense of connection. And I just think that's really cool. NF, man, great job. Sorry for your loss and all your losses. I know you've been through quite a bit. Anyway, that was Home. That was a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I'm going to be crying to that again later today, probably. We're going to keep it moving. Up next, we have Who I Was, and it looks like he has MGK on this one. So I'm intrigued to see that dynamic or that contrast and how it flows. So let's just get right into it. All right, this is NF and MGK, Who I Was.
Stuck in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known on a GPS with no address, so I'll follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn. Probably a metaphor for everything I've learned, like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one should be concerned. There's gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell, a star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hid from God for more than 2 decades of life, and when I came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still, just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son, erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become. Since I was young, my personality split like serpent's tongue, but all the poison in my body still ain't make me numb. I lost a best friend and felt all that, crying on his open casket while I knelt on that. I had a best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, who all along regretted he never kept all that. I left everything behind but this engagement ring and a frozen heart. I'm standing in the fire to melt all that, yeah.
So far, it's all right. I don't always like the high-pitched chorus voice thing, but that's just me.
I was. Last show, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am. I called you, never heard back. After everything we've been through, the good and the bad, you bout to throw it all away and overreact. Because I overreacted. Karma, I guess, my temper gets the best of me, a part of me that I wish I knew how to get rid of. It's an issue I had. My MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know
I know I messed that part up with.
I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I lash out, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids of my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
That one was all right. Yeah, like I said, I'm not always a huge fan of the high-pitched voice choruses. I know he's done that in a few different songs. I mean, his breakout song, Let You Down, has that in the chorus, and over time it's grown on me, at least with that song specifically. But yeah, I don't always love those kind of choruses. That's just me personally. And I'm not honestly the biggest fan of MGK either. His older stuff, like Lace Up era, like way back when. I think when I first started listening to him I think I was a freshman in high school when I first listened to MGK, and I really dug him then, but I just kind of fell off of him and I'm not really the biggest fan of him much anymore these days. I don't mind him on this song. I think lyrically he's there on this song. I'll give him that. It seemed to be pretty deep on his end. So I'll commend him for that. I'll have to give it another listen, maybe see if this one grows on me. Not my favorite, but it's not a bad song by any means. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's just, I think it's probably going to be the weaker one on this EP, in my opinion. I'll have to come back to it, give it a couple more listens, and maybe see how I feel about it later. But yeah, first impression, it's pretty good. It's not the best, but I do like NF's part and wanting to like break the chain, break the cycle of, not wanting his kid to end up being like dad, with whatever problems he's facing. And as a new dad myself, I completely get it. I can understand the sentiment of like not wanting your children to inherit your own baggage, your own problems, things that you struggle with. So I totally get that. And I think that hits really home it does hit home with me. So I'm giving him all the credit in the world to lyrically in that aspect. Totally get it. If this EP ends up being more of like him singing, I'm not going to be mad. I would like to see him kind of get in a rappity rap vibe. Maybe we'll get that on this next song. If not, at least one of them. But either way, I am enjoying the EP so far. He's doing a really good job. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. We're just going to get right into the next one. Here is Give Me a Reason. All right, I think we're going to get something here. Come on, Nate, what do you got?
Yeah, enough with the love, I need to be hated again. I need somebody to wake at the beast and really get under my skin. I need somebody to push me, tell me that I ain't no good with the pen. I need somebody to poke and pry and really get into my head. I need somebody to laugh, tell me I'm trash, tell me I might as well quit. I need somebody to grab the blade in my back, stab and give it a twist. I need somebody to smash, break on my plaques, tell me I shouldn't exist. I need somebody to ask why you even rap, you never be one of the I need somebody to brag and show me the cash and tell me you'll never be rich. I need somebody with stats and numbers and facts, tell me I ain't got no hits. I need somebody who's whack and ain't got no class, tell me I'm not in they list. I need somebody to act like I'm in the past so I can remind them I'm here. I need somebody to give me a reason. Whoa.
Yeah, give me more of that.
Give me a reason. Hey, give me a reason. Whoa.
What's the reason?
Yeah, give me a reason. I forgot what that struggle like. I forgot what that hustle like. I forgot what that humble like. I forgot what that. I ain't forget about nothing to keep it 100. I'm honestly bored. I wanna feel like I felt when nobody was following me and I had no awards. I wanna get better hearing them call me you wanna be shady, you ain't got no voice. I want the people that promise they'd always be with me to leave me
heard that argument.
I want the fans to quit buying the tickets to tell me they don't wanna see me on tour. I want the label to drop me and tell me it's over, the music ain't making no noise. I want the critics to call me a gimmick and tell me they thought I was better before. I wanna hear you keep talking the way that you talking when no one's around to record. I wanna yeah, I want a story. I want to hear about how you ain't feeling the music and why it ain't better than yours. I want to.
There it is.
Yeah, tell me some more. I want to hear about. I want to talk about. I want to hear that. I want some yeah, give me a reason. Whoa, give me a reason. Hey, give me a reason. Whoa, give me a reason. I forgot what that struggle like. I forgot what that hustle like. I forgot what that humble like. I forgot what that.
All right. Picking it up a little bit on that one. I was hoping that's what we were gonna get, and I loved it. I love when he gets into his rappity rap. I love when he finds the pocket. I love when he just goes. I love that. I love his versatility. I love the differences in sounds that we get from him. As much as I love when he's slower and softer and he's singing and like doing, he's like I said, he's got a really great voice, and so I love when he incorporates a lot of that into his music. But just as much I love when he gets into the pocket here and just goes. He's for being a rapper that never swears, man. He really can. he can get kind of hype, man. I love it. I know a lot of people kind of call him corny coworker music. I've heard that thrown around on him a lot, but I just think that's people hating just to hate, trying to be funny, trying to be cool, whatever it is. I think whatever hate he does get is just undeserved and kind of ironic hate in a way. But I hope we can get one more song just like that on this EP before it's over. If not, I'm not going to be mad, but I would love to see just one more like that. So let's keep it moving. All right, up next we have Sorry featuring James Arthur. Let's get into it.
I crossed the line in broken oath. Swore I would never let you go. Blamed you for things that weren't your fault. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I wish that I'd have held you close and given you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned. That's burned. I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up to say you wish you would have stayed and never said goodbye to us. I'm not looking for a fight, baby. I just want to talk to you.
He's got some range.
And say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've been the truth, I broke your trust. Treated you like you weren't enough. Said I'd be there, but never was. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And giving you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned. I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up. To say you wish you would have stayed and never said goodbye to love. I'm sorry.
Not bad, not bad. That was enjoyable. I liked it for what it is. It's definitely a little on the poppier side, but you know, I'm not mad at it. The guy that he has featured on it, what was his name? James Arthur, I think it was. I don't know what voice I was expecting to hear when his part came on, but it definitely was not that. His verse actually was a little bit of a turnoff for me. I had trouble understanding what it was he was saying. He was doing this like slurred cursive singing that we see a lot in today's pop music. A lot of these pop artists that are coming out in the last couple years seem to be on this slurred speech trend, and I can't get behind it. It drives me bonkers. And it's no exception on this one. You know, it's not enough for me to hate the song. I don't hate it. It's not a bad song by any means, but it's just, that's my negative on this one. The chorus was super catchy. I really liked the chorus. It had a really good sound. It had a really good vibe and a nice atmosphere, nice energy to it that, you know, just had me bobbing my head, and just it just had me feeling light, had me feeling a little happy almost, despite the lyrics being kind of meaningful and darker. That's my only negative, I think, on this one, is just the guy that he has featured on it. Just not a fan of that style of singing, but that's just me. You don't have to agree with that. You can love it, you can hate it. It doesn't matter. That's just my opinion, and my opinion doesn't matter. But we're gonna move on. I believe we have one more left. Last song on the EP, we have Washed Up. I'm really enjoying this EP for what it is so far. You know, aside from my couple discrepancies with the feature with MGK and that last song with James Arthur, I do think overall this is a pretty solid EP. I think a lot of people are going to really, really like it. You know, I'm certainly enjoying it, and it'll be one that I go back to quite often just to kind of let it sit with me and see how I feel about it later. But that's where I'm at right now. Let's finish off strong with this last song, Washed Up. And it does look like we have a music video. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not too familiar with all of the symbolism and the lore and the characters that he uses and what they represent and what this means, what that means, whatnot. So please educate me in the comments. What do you think they mean? Has he explained it in the past? Are there other videos that kind of explore the symbolism? Like he's got the light colored hoodies in the clothing versus the black colored. I'm assuming that means like the darkness and the light and like the hope and the sadness. You know, I'm sure there's like that kind of contrast to go along with it. So I can pick up a little bit on that, but please fill me in on the comments and let me know what all this means and things I've missed and what you think it means. Is it alluding to something in the future? But anyway, here we go. This is Washed Up.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am, I ain't gonna be no puppet? Where's that tell it like it is, don't let the label hush it? Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget? Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it, I ain't changing nothing. Yeah. Where's that person at? You see him, tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him, tell him that I missed the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back. Yeah, dropping trash. Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'd be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed. Am I on the brink of something great?
He's not wrong about a lot of that.
Or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up? The small rooms of intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are
Amen.
you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. When wrong move and career is dying. Yeah. Can I revive it? Did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone or am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
Visually, these videos are very stunning. Major props on all the people that were involved in the making of these. Wow. All right, there you have it. That is the Fear EP by NF. Huge fan, huge fan of this. I think the symbolism that he puts in it and the meaning behind his lyrics are just so impactful. And what I really love about NF is he is just raw, honest, and just true to himself. He is not one to, lie and just make up stuff for the sake of a song. Everything he puts out to me and what I feel is just honest, and that is so refreshing in hip hop, in rap. You just don't see that to this level, in my opinion. If there are artists like that, please send them my way, because I very much enjoyed this. I love his tone. I love his message. That last song especially, he speaks a lot of truth. Has his moment passed? Is he washed up? I don't think he is, but he mentioned something about people complaining about his music and then don't listen to it then. And I like, that's like a mantra I carry with, like, especially in hip hop and like the metal scene. There's people complaining left and right about artists and the things they're putting out and the new sounds. Oh, I miss the old this, I miss the old that. And it's like, dude, just play that and listen to it. Like, you don't have to like every single thing that an artist puts out, but you can't expect them to put out the same stuff over and over and over again. And it's very cool to see artists like NF experiment and grow and just try new things. And he has his signature sound that he carries throughout his music, but he also branches out and incorporates different elements into all of it. And I love it so much. I very much enjoyed this EP. I hope you did. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? What's your favorite song? I think Home just hits so hard, and I was not expecting that kind of a reaction out of it from myself to that. I'm huge props on that one. I love that one. I love Fear. Give Me a Reason was super hype. I do wish we got one more song like that was on that level of hype that song carried. But he did rap quite a bit in the last song to kind of send us off. But I've still very much enjoyed it through and through. Not much to hate on or not like. I have a few discrepancies with the song with MGK and the song with that other guy, James Arthur, I think it was. But aside from those, man, I really enjoyed this EP, and I think it's great. I hope to see more coming soon. I hope he doesn't ghost us for another 3 years or however long it's been since his last album. Hope we can get something more in the next year or so. I love it, and I hope you do too. Anyway, there you have it. That is my reaction to NF's new EP, Fear. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you thought of the EP. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I want to hear from you too. So leave a comment and let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, we'll see you next time.